Hi everyone, welcome to Missing of Value. So today I want to talk about Novavax because I kind of start to see this company as being a huge opportunity, particularly around the vaccine. Currently it did make some progress, but not as much progress as we'd probably like. But let's first talk about the share price. Share price is $86.55, and that's down from its all-time high of $178. So basically, this company's valuation's been cut in half. Um, why is that the case? Well, there's been two companies that have come up ahead of it. One is Pfizer, which is a $200 billion company, and the other is Moderna, which is a $38 billion company. So when I look at Novavax and I see $5.5 billion, I kind of see this as being a huge opportunity. Though in saying that, Pfizer still has a lot of products, so don't think that it ever will become a $200 billion company for Novavax. And Moderna still has some stuff other than the vaccine itself, so it won't purely be a $38 billion company. Though I know it probably will be much higher than a $5.5 billion company. That's the math that you put in. It definitely won't be as high as Moderna, but it's probably not going to be as low as its current valuation right now if it does succeed with its vaccine. So recently they just released this report where the vaccine worked pretty well on monkeys. So here's a part here. So after a successful trial on mice, Novavax has given a dozen monkeys 2 doses of the vaccine, and this is spaced apart by 3 weeks. So as we highlight this sentence here, two doses, 3 weeks apart, and each one, and I've given them a different strengths, and they did notice only one monkey had a problem. So the virus only replicated in the lungs of one monkey, which received the lowest dose. So hence, it's kind of giving a real nice confirmation that the vaccine kind of works. But of course, they just have to make sure they give them enough dose. So that's why you run trials, test different dose, and just see how it works. And I think this sentence just sums it up. Dr. Glenn said the antibodies created by the vaccine had been so strong they had created sterile immunity, preventing the virus moving from the monkey's lungs to its nose and stopping animals spreading COVID. So I think that's a really good sign that it works incredibly well on monkeys, especially when on the right dosage. And only one monkey out of 12. I mean, it's not a huge number, okay? But so far so good in that sense. And they're going into their phase 3 trials in the UK. So they'll begin testing 9,000 people, and then over the late stage will increase to 15,000 people. Though not as large as like Moderna and Pfizer's trial, where they went to like as much as like 40,000 people. Though 15,000 people is probably still enough to get a conclusive result. Um, and the UK has committed to 60 million doses, and it's going to be produced by a company owned by Fujifilm. So you might have remember when Kodak kind of got a big loan to go into pharmaceuticals. Well, Kodak isn't the only company into the whole pharmaceutical game. You've also got Fujifilm, who is pretty well known as in cameras as well. Particularly their film. And they're also in this game as well, and they'll be producing 60 million doses. So if you read the third quarter report for Novavax, you can highlight that firstly, this company has been given funding of up to $1.6 billion by the US government, and it's also been given up to 400 million by the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovation, or CEPI, if it's easier to pronounce that way. CEPI is, yeah, they've committed about $399 million. So that's about $2 billion for a company that's worth 5.5 billion. So you can kind of see, like, out of a lot of companies, This one's probably received the most money from the government and from CEPI. So I think that's a huge, huge signal that what they have in the works is an incredible vaccine that is probably much better than the other ones. Like Moderna has produced one and Pfizer has produced one, and the efficacy rate is above 90%, though they do have to be stored at extreme temperatures, which might not be ideal for transporting in general. And also probably not that great for retail because like if it needs to be stored at extreme temperatures, you don't have the facility to store it, and you risk the vaccine itself just spoiling. Whereas with Novavax vaccine, you don't actually have that problem. So that's a real big bonus for this company. That if they can get the vaccine to work, things work out really well. Though the thing is, they're just a little bit behind. So currently they'll just started their phase 3 trial, and they'll probably need about 6 weeks or so. And then after 6 weeks, they will report the results. And by the end, we're probably expecting end of January or the start of February before they report the results. And then they'll apply to have this vaccine used, and then they'll start mass producing it. And also, um, yeah, what was it? The amount of vaccines that are being lined up to be produced is quite a lot. So you have the Australian government wanting 40 million doses. You're wanting the Canadian government wanting 76 million doses. And then you're wanting and the UK's government is wanting 60. So Australia, Canada, UK, these are countries, that they do the research, and they've chosen this company to be the ones to be supplying the vaccine, which is a huge, boost for the company's reputation, um, and its vaccine as well. So when I look at a price tag like this at $5.5 billion, I think there's a huge opportunity to buy in at a low price. But of course, you do have to hold for a much longer term. So this company will be selling billions of dollars of vaccines next year if they can prove over the phase 3 trial that the efficacy rate is probably at least 90%, then it's a huge boost for this company. And I think it's going to be worth a lot more than $5.5 billion. So we still have to see. There is a lot of risk if the vaccine doesn't work out. The main product for this company is the vaccine, and the price will fall quite a lot if it doesn't work out. So you just have to bear in mind of that. But yeah, like I think so far there's a lot of due diligence. Like US government has done due diligence. I think the US government wants them to produce like 100 million doses or something. And then you've got CEPI, which is an international organization with so many different countries that contribute money towards it. And then you also have Australia, UK, Canada wanting to order their vaccine. So I think that's a huge, huge boost for this company. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, post below. Until then, good luck investing, everyone.